Hey everyone, Tofu here. Welcome back to SDRA2. We are in the trial, and last time, well, we're about to hear some, I guess, testimony from Yuki about what happened. And maybe then afterwards Sora will finally tell us what the hell happened to her too. So, we'll see where this goes. Also, spoiler, but apparently Sora claims that the culprit is Nikke. And I kinda believe her. I don't think she's lying about that. But, I don't know. We'll see where this goes, I guess. We got a non-stop debate, though, it looks like. Burnt stun gun, shards of glass, monochrome file, bruises on body, and secret staircase. Okay. I saw it myself. Shinji lying on the ground, bleeding from his neck, and Yuki running away from the crime scene. See, I told you Yuki was the Blackened. Why the hell would I stab Big Bro? Oh my god, Yuki, calm down, buddy. Even the monochrome file mentioned the wound on the neck caused by something sharp. But at the crime scene, there wasn't anything sharp enough to use as a weapon. Okay, well, that's not true.
Does seem weird that Yuki would attack Shinji when they were practically brothers.
I know we shouldn't put emotion into the equation, but with no definite proof, I think I'll have a hard time believing Yuki's the killer. This is a problem. We'd have to settle Yuri's dead. Someone like Yuki Maeda is terrible at lying. He's going to panic and make a mistake eventually. Just need to catch when it happens. Okay, well, I think I know what it is. It's the shards of glass on this. There we go. Alright. Yippee, yippee, yay. Alright, let's just continue. No sharp weapons, my ass. The floor was literally full of them.
The floor was full of weapons?
Yeah, see, we were talking about the glass shards. Yeah, I wasn't able to find one that had blood on it due to the fire. The weapon is 100% one of those shards. But I still wouldn't have any reason to stab Big Bro. You know what's funny? Nobody here even said that Shinji Kasai was stabbed to death. The girl only said he was attacked, and the reporter said he was on the floor, dead. And you're the only one who's saying he was stabbed. Why is that? What? Well, if you look at Big Bro's neck, the wound is... Sure, the neck did have a deep stab wound. But do you really think anyone else other than me noticed that? What do you mean?
Stab wound? Yuki, what are you talking about? The wound on Shinji's neck wasn't a stab wound. It was more like a cut, wasn't it?
Ugh. What's going on? Idiots as usual. I'm not even surprised at this point. I've got to wonder, is it even worth explaining it to them? I mean, I guess it's just this, right? Because it has... It's this. Yeah. Alright, well that was kind of a freebie. Simply put, one's a cut and the other's a stab wound. As I expected, you all thought there was only a cut in his neck. But there's a stab wound beneath it at a similar angle. Judging by its state, the stab wound must have been made first. In other words, Shinji Kasai was stabbed in the throat once, then cut once more afterwards.
Ouch!
So they're two different wounds. I never knew that. Only Shobai would have known such an intricate difference between them. And yet Yuki specifically said that he was stabbed, when nobody other than Shobai acknowledged that. Hey, Yuki. It's time you stop avoiding this. Just tell us what you did. It's alright, Yuki. What? You're not the culprit. That much I can guarantee. So it's time you tell them the truth. No matter what happens, I will protect you. What the fuck? I don't have a good feeling about this. Sora? What did Mikado just realize? He just realized something. Does he know? I'm sorry. I should be better off dead. I've done something terrible. I stabbed Big Bro, like you said, with a glass shard on the neck. Ah! Yuki,
calm down.
I know I asked you all to ignore me, but can I just say one thing? I know for a fact that a person like you wouldn't stab Shinji without a good reason.
That, I agree with. Just what happened between you two? The beginning is the same as what I told you before. After Nikke said Big Bro could be the traitor, I was being cautious while investigating. When I suddenly got attacked by somebody from behind. After being ambushed, I lost consciousness.
Who attacked him, though? Because he saw Nikke and Shinji, right? And that's when he was attacked from behind, so it wasn't them, right? Am I understanding that?
And when I came to, Nikke was knocked down on the floor, and Big Bro was holding a gun in his hands with a scary-looking expression.
Yeah, that part's the same as what I experienced.
I was scared. I don't know if it was what Nikke told us, but it didn't feel like the Big Bro I knew. You all know how he acted weird lately, right? The PTSD stuff. I was so scared that I was frozen still when he suddenly came right at me. I thought that Nikke had just been killed by Big Bro, so when I thought I was going to be killed, my body reacted without thinking. I grabbed the shard of glass lying on the ground and you went straight for his neck. Hold on, why did he attack Nikke and Yuki in the first place?
Well, obviously, he was a traitor, just as I suspected.
Truly? Was he really? Oh no, Shinji.
After being pressed on by me, he revealed his true colors.
What? But I thought...
Oh, I was gonna say, because when they talked about it earlier, when Nikke talked about the fact that there was a traitor, one who was working with Void, he phrased it in a way that didn't specifically mention the fact that it was someone who wasn't Void. The fact that it was a secret sixth, quote-unquote, secret sixth member of Void. So Iroha, hearing him say that, probably thought that he was just talking about her. So that's why she's confused right now. I think that's what that means. Even as he got stabbed by me, he grabbed and threw my body away. If I stayed still, I might have died from that. Next thing I knew, he had crashed into the wall. The ceiling and the wall came down. And Big Bro was buried under the debris while bleeding out. When everything was over, the horrible realization came over me. That I had killed someone. I get what you're saying, but there's no reason to be that hard on yourself. If you're telling the truth, then it was more like it was an accident than a murder.
But the rules of the killing school trip never consider the context of things. If there's a dead body, someone has to pay the price. By your logic, Hibiki's case was an accident as well, as she was only used by Kanade.
I know that. Don't you talk back to me.
Yuki, what happened next?
What do you mean what happened next? My mind went blank. All that I thought to myself was that I needed to get away from that place. Far away.
And you didn't get rid of the evidence?
Yeah. As Hostess said, it was more of an accident than a murder. That's why Yuki Maeda ran away on the spot without doing anything. And Albino Girl witnessed Yuki Maeda running away. Sounds like everything is starting to come together.
You're right. I guess this is the end for me. I'm sorry for lying, but even if it was an accident, when I killed Big Bro, it was actually... I just wanted to live. Yuki, it's not over yet. You're not the culprit.
What do you mean? I stabbed Big Bro! That feeling of sharp glass plunging into his flesh is still haunting me.
The culprit is still Nikke.
Sora, you've been at it constantly saying that I'm the culprit. You trying to pick a fight with me? You think I'm gonna keep tolerating your shit?
I feel like I need to apologize to you in advance.
What for?
Now that Yuki has come clean, it's my turn. After I went up to the power room and witnessed Yuki running away from the crime scene, the first thought that came to me was that I couldn't just let Yuki be the Black and...
Sora, what the fuck did you do?
Oh my god. What? What? I don't know why. Maybe it was from witnessing my friend committing murder. Or maybe it was something else. But I wasn't ready to let Yuki down just yet.
Would you just cut to the conclusion? You're really dragging things out. So what did you do?
I want you to first understand that at the time, I didn't fully comprehend what had happened. All that I knew was that Yuki had definitely stabbed Shinji, and Nikke was knocked out cold. I tried to be calm and walked up to Shinji when I noticed something. At that moment, Shinji was still alive and breathing.
What? He was alive after getting stabbed in the throat?
Is that really the truth? Maybe it wasn't a direct hit. I don't know for sure. But he was alive, probably only for a few minutes more. I first thought of healing him, but it wasn't like I had any medical experience. And if Shinji died while doing so, Yuki would be the Blackened for his death. So I decided to take action. What did you do? I decided to protect Yuki. I decided to make him not the culprit.
Sora, you didn't.
Yes. I delivered the finishing blow. The large cut in the neck was caused by me. Sora, are you crazy? If you did that, you would be... Why? Why would you do such a thing for someone like me? Perhaps I had a better option. But at that time, this was the only option I could think of. It was like I was getting led on by some strange memory. No fucking way I'm right.
Wait, then that would make Sora the culprit.
But it doesn't end there. You'll probably all despise me for this, but I'll tell you all the truth. Sora? Hiding the fact that I went to the power room, insisting on things without any evidence to back it up. I apologize for everything, but I couldn't bring myself to tell the truth. But I must tell you all the truth. The truth about the horrible sin I've committed. Even as I was thinking to do something as despicable as ending Shinji's life, I still valued my life. My body was trying to save Yuki, while in my head, I still didn't want to die. So I used someone else's hand instead. Girl!
What?
What do you mean? Well, I did cut Shinji's throat. I didn't do it myself, but I used the hands of somebody else to do it.
Someone else's hands? I don't get what you're trying to say.
You. Amazing. I never would have expected such a result. If Albino Girl is telling the truth, then we have our culprit. The culprit's identity is...
Oh my god, Sora, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. I can't fucking believe this shit. I can't believe she would do that to him. Really? Sora? Oh my god. There's no... This is...
There's only one other person there at the crime scene. Nikkei Yomiuri. Albino Girl used your unconscious hand instead.
I'm so sorry.
No fucking way.
Oh, Sora, what? Wow. What the fuck? I mean, that's only like a 20-minute episode. That's only like a 20-minute episode if I do it like this. I guess I'll keep going. That was a very fast halfway point, though, I feel. Like, the Chapter 3 intermission point was like, it took way longer to get there. Alright, well... Oh, who's this? Is this Sora right now? I don't know. What was the first thought that came to me? Shock, horror, fear, rage. Oh, wait, is this Nikkei? This might be Nikkei's point of view. I'm just going to keep doing a neutral voice just in case. These feelings could be considered the normal reaction. The entire situation was completely surreal to me after all. When I look back, however, the first emotion I felt was... awe. What? Why was I in such awe as I watched it happen? Why did I feel awe from witnessing Yuki almost kill Shinji? Perhaps it was because of that awe that I did such a thing. If I just let things be like this, then he would become the Blackened. There would be a class trial, and he would be executed. And I cannot let that happen. I should be the one to protect him. I tell myself I tried to ignore and resist it, But that voice rang inside me, clear as clear can be. The voice of a demon hiding somewhere deep within me. No fucking way. I gripped the glass shard using Nikke's unconscious hand and cut Shinji's throat, right then and there. Does that mean Nikke is the Blackened? So that was why Sora was so insistent on Nikke being the culprit. Yeah, and only she knew this. Even Nikke Yomiuri didn't know himself that he was the culprit. But to tell what happened would be to announce the sin she had committed. So she hesitated on it, as you would expect from her. Don't you fuck with me! Why the hell did you do that with my treasured hand? Nikke, why don't we calm down first and... Calm down? How can anyone calm down from this shit? Even I would be bewildered by this turn of events if I was the one experiencing it. To be the culprit without even knowing it. This doesn't count! This class trial shouldn't count! I did literally nothing! Sora's obviously the culprit here! I have nothing to say. I'm just so sorry. You think sorry's gonna solve my problem? If I turn out to be the Blackened, I'm going to die right now! But I thought you said that dying here doesn't mean you would die for real. If this was the real world, I would never have tried such a thing. I know that's a petty excuse, but after this is all over, I'll make it up in any way possible. So please. But this is going way too far. Didn't I also tell you that we don't know what could happen to our bodies even if we die? You're basically telling me to endure whatever that's gonna happen to me as long as it's not death. That's not what I meant. If you knew so well that you weren't gonna really die from this, then why did you sacrifice yourself? Or did you really want to continue this killing school trip that badly? I betrayed the Voids, helped you out, did all that, and you act like this, you little...
I hate to break this moment, but... Is there any reason to continue the trial anymore?
What?
Well, if Sora is telling the truth, then Nikke's the culprit, right?
There was no reasoning or puzzle solving or whatever. But yeah, we do have a culprit based on our results.
Then, why don't we just end it here? I don't want to be in this place anymore. Besides, Nikke was originally the one to... Yeah?
Uh-oh. Hero had just slipped, I think.
Wait, hold on. Why are we even believing her in the first place? Forget logic. Why are we even believing this I killed Shinji using Mr. Nikke's hands BS? She could have just made it up on the spot.
I get why you're unwilling to believe it, but believe it or not, her story does have some ground. It matched with Yuki Maeda's confession earlier, not to mention with the statements that the others had made.
But even so...
Shobai said it well, so why don't we vote?
Wait, guys, just one thing. I'm not trying to cover up for Nikke or anything, but... Nikke didn't have any intent to murder, according to Sora, right? What? I was just unsure if someone else using Nikke, who was unconscious to murder Shinji, would really count as Nikke being the culprit.
Well, I don't understand.
Good call, hostess girl. Girl's got a point. I also believe it is too early to decide on who's the culprit. If Nikke Yomiuri can be considered a murder method, then we'd have Albino Girl as our culprit instead.
Nikke is the murder weapon. Care to explain?
Whether Nikke Yomiuri could be considered Albino Girl's murder weapon or not. I meant it literally.
What? Nikke himself as the murder weapon?
That is impossible. How can one consider a human being as a weapon?
Have you asked Monocro to confirm that?
What?
Did you ask Monocro if Nikke Yomiuri was decided as the culprit of this case? In the case of Kanade Otonokoji, she asked in advance about if her murder could be considered a double Blackened murder. It was to avoid any messy confusion afterwards. I mean, you should have known by now that there are no 100% positives in class trials.
I didn't think that far ahead.
See, even she's unsure of it.
Wait, I don't know if Nikke could be considered a weapon or not. But if we do consider it to be that way, does that mean...
Yep. Albino Girl would be the culprit to kill Shinji Kasai using her murder weapon of choice, Nikke.
I see. So this is a matter of deciding who's the culprit between Sora and Nikke.
Let's applaud Yoruko, who gave this crucial insight on the case. You might have even let Nikke live another day.
Wait, me? But that would mean Sora.
Well, obviously Sora's the culprit. A murder has to include the intent to cause harm by the murderer.
But even if she is the culprit, she did this to save me.
So now what? Forget why or how. We can't even decide on who's done it.
How could this happen to me? There's no way that... Oh,
are we back to Sora Protag?
How could a human being be considered a weapon, even if he was unconscious? But if it is possible, then what would happen to me?
Scrum debate right now.
Just tell me the controls again, because I forget. I think it's just up and down, right?
Yeah, it's just up and down. Okay.
Alright, I did not expect to do this right now. But I guess we will be doing it. Team Luna, oh shit. Just 3 of us? Just 3 of us? 3 of us versus 5 of them. Okay, well... Can Nikke Yomi Uri be considered a weapon? He can be a weapon. He's not a weapon. I don't really agree with the side that Sora and Shobai are on right now, to be honest. She's my hand. She's my hand as a weapon. Weapon. Vanessa, one. Wait, are I even participating in this? Can you just shut up for once? Is that right? That was wrong. I'm sorry, Sora, but you're clearly the one at fault. Sora's the culprit. Sora's not at fault. Technically speaking, I should be the culprit. You did it to protect me. Okay, that one was right. Are the rules considered the culprit? You know, no intent to kill. Intent! Biggie Otonakoji had the intent to kill. You can't just go ahead and pretend that didn't happen.
There's a phrase called human weapon for a reason, right?
Okay, I think that's where I use weapon, which I cannot do now. If it was consciously a little bit, it may be considered as crime, but as things stand now... Whether or not Nikke was conscious doesn't matter, it was his hand that did it, not mine. Before we discuss the matter of weapons, you don't even have evidence. It's not logical at all. Guys match with each other. A conviction strong enough can be presented as evidence. Okay. Object. Weapons by definition should only be objects. So do you consider yourself a tool, Nikke? Culprit. Next one is intent. I don't really agree with this argument we're making, to be honest. Like, I don't think Nikke should be punished for this. He was unconscious. Like, what Sora says to him about, like, do you consider yourself a tool, Nikke? Like, that's just, like, she's fucking gaslighting him. She's literally gaslighting him to be like, you either have to accept that you're going to die, that I fucked you over, or that you are not, that you are a tool, and you are fucking not human. Which is, like, fucked up. So, like, I don't really agree with this. I don't agree with this, and I'm kind of surprised Shobai is taking Sora's side here. But, I don't know. I guess I'll save. Do I end episode here now? Yeah, I think I will. I think I'm gonna end it here. So next time, we will continue the trial. See what the fuck's gonna happen here from here. I don't know. But we'll see. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.